I'm Mike, and I approve this message.
What's up, travelers? My name is Sovereign, and welcome to my very first No Man's Sky Corvette tutorial, where I'm going to be showing you how I like to build the Radiant VII, a Consular-Class light cruiser from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. As you can see here, this ship does not have any weapons of any kind, but in my design, I've decided to lift some elements from the C-70 Charger retrofit featured in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's also worth saying that because of this ship's extreme popularity in the community, I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring and show you what I consider to be the best version yet. So come on over to the workshop and let me show you how it's done. Alright, so we're going to kick things off with a set of hydraulic legs. We're going to place them forward one space here. And then we're going to grab our pair of landing gears and move them back two spaces like this. One left and one on the right. And now let's grab our Titan class HAT modules, place one here, then the next one here, and the last one up above like this. And to fill that gap here, we're going to grab a Titan class walkway, place it right there. So before we go and decorate the bow, we're going to move back towards the stern and grab a Thunderbird class landing bay, place it right in the middle. Next up, let's go and grab an oversized canister link, put it right behind, and on top of these landing gears, let's grab some longshore cowlings, place them here and here. Now let's go to our engines. First, we're going to need an inaccessible walkway of our choice, place it right in the center. But before we do anything else, I learned that in order for this ship to look as good as possible, we need to bring this walkway up one half step via glitch build technique. And that technique starts with the ducting outlet. We're going to place it on the face of the walkway, and then we're going to grab the walkway and move it so that the ducting outlet is now. So you could see it's moved up a half step, but also backwards a half step. We want to bring it right up against the oversized canister link. But in order to do that, we're going to need to grab the useful rock hopper propeller module and move it a half step forward on the right hand side.
Please note that for whatever reason, you are not allowed to half step along the left side of the Corvette, only the right side.
So once that's done, let's go and grab this, move it forward, and there we go. That's the glitch build, so let's delete these and grab our relay joints. Place them in 4x4 formation. Now we'll copy the walkways, place them on the edges, and then we'll pick up our firebox cowlings, place them on the tops and bottoms. Alright, with that done, let's decorate the sides with Speedbird dome rims. We'll place them like this. Alright, now let's get rid of these four relay joints. Let's keep the four on the bottom. And we'll place Vesper diffuser rims. Nice. Next up, we're going to grab Speedbird dome sections and decorate the top of them. We're going to need a lot of these. Move down here. And thanks to the relay joints, we can place these dome sections on the bottom with little to no issue. Alright, now let's get rid of the relay joints and replace them with two more longshore cowlings placed like this. Make sure they're not half stepped with the rest of the engine. Okay, brilliant. Now let's grab our Heliosphere thrusters, place them on the faces, and spin over and cover up these faces with radar domes. Alright, with that, the engines are all done. Let's create this triangular wing section. So first we're going to grab Super Cruise cowlings. Follow that up with turbine aerofoils. And there we go. Now let's cover up this oversized canister link, starting with the aptly named engine cover rims. Okay, and thanks to the glitch build, we can place a heavy linkage right here on top of the radar dome. And then we're going to follow that up with one last longshore cowling, and on top of that cowling, a turbine cowling. Just like that. So as you may notice right now, this is looking really ugly. So in order to fix that, let's grab Speedbird diffusers, radiator casings, because every ship needs a radiator, and lastly, Super Cruise aerofoils. Alright, that looks a million times better. And in between the two cowlings, we could place this cargo pod in this unique position, and I think it looks great like that. Alright, so on top of these engine cover rims, I like to place cargo capsules facing outwards like this to resemble hangar bay doors. Alright, with that, the stern is all done. Let's move on to our weapons. Let's start with one more glitch build technique. So I place this walkway here, and I'm going to follow that up with the Rockhopper propeller module. Half step it forward. Bring this over. And then we're going to get rid of this and duplicate the walkway. Make sure it's moving through the HAB module and onto the other side in the same position. Now let's delete this one. And now we're going to place our phase beam arrays. Just like that. Very Star Wars-esque laser cannons. Alright, with that done, let's grab my favorite piece of them all, the Arcadia wing modules, right here. Now let's delete these walkways. So as you can see, because of the lack of support, the arrays on the bottom will just flip upwards. So in order to fix that, let's grab the hull linkage and flip it this way. Alright, that looks amazing. Now let's decorate the bow. So what I like to do here is add Vesper cowlings to the top side and the bottom. And while we're down here, we're going to grab our reactor of choice. I like to use the azimuth for purely aesthetic reasons. It doesn't clip on the floorboards like the others could. And in front of that, let's grab Argonaut hydraulics, flip them over, place them right here. And to cover it up from the sides, let's get fuel pod covers and engine covers. Do the same on the other side. Alright. And for the very front, let's grab a swept casing, flip it over, and right on top, our Thunderbird class cockpit. Alright, just a few more pieces left. Right on the deck, let's grab a infranet platform. Place it right here. A satellite receiver right here. Now we've hit the complexity limit, but let's put this paneled window right here. That won't contribute to it at all. Alright, as far as building, we are done, so let's start painting. So, obviously for Radiant 7, let's try the red and light gray color. Alright, that doesn't look bad. While it's pretty accurate to how it looks in the movies, I don't think it looks as great in this game. So what if we give it a metallic finish instead? Much, much better. But in my opinion, you don't have to do this, but I like to not have everything the same color. Let's make the satellite receiver gray. And all of our weapons too. Even this whole linkage here. Matter of fact, let's do the same for all the landing gear. And the canister link. Alright, that looks quite remarkable. Let's move on. Next up we have superficial exterior decorations. You don't gotta do these if you don't want to. I just find them to be really cool and helpful when it comes to selling the overall feel of this Corvette. So now let's take a tour of the interior. I figured I'd put my storage containers in the same region as the Arcadia wing modules on the outside. That way it looks like it's a more protected area. And in the next half module I have all my amenities, the kitchen, the med bay, and the 2 living walls where I plant whatever the heck I want. And on the top section right behind the cockpit, I have my mission radar, a bed, a refiner, and a shell assembly station right up against the wall. I actually allowed the assembly station to clip through the ceiling and show up right behind the Infinite platform. It just adds some cool details to the deck. Alright, that's all I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more from me, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have some Corvette designs you want to see me attempt, feel free to leave those suggestions in the comments. Till next time, travelers.